Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have a surprise announcement for you guys. And before we start anything with us, we have to, clear the air, clear the energy here.
All
I know they
right,
don't
all
get to hear
right.
that. Too bad.
She can hear me?
I can hear you. No, I
Alright.
said too bad they don't get to hear that because it's a nice little sound.
I mean, they might. Depends, man. I really can't control the noise gate. I put it on, man, and that's it. I don't really.
That's all he could do.
But this shit is fucking fire. Like, air conditioner, you can't hear any of that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, that's good. I like
So,
that.
yeah. So, I'm gonna do my, my little prayer like I always do, right? Because I know they're fiends and they know what that means. We're serving you your dose weekly of discipline therapy where everything is well. I always gotta remember that. Not everything is completely free.
What is free?
We're on Patreon. Patreon.com/the Discipline Therapy Podcast.
Right. And our
Free
Patreon,
exclusive content, bloopers, different tiers. You want erotica posts, erotica writings now. $30 a month, top tiers, $10 a month, bloopers, behind the scenes, early
that's right.
access,
Yep.
$25. You'll get a free signed copy
Oh,
of the Seduction of Discipline. Also the $30 one too.
yeah, they get that too.
Yeah.
Well,
What is it, 4 tiers?
our Patreon family, yes.
Mm.
We're very grateful. That's why we have curated specific content for Patreon specifically. But what is free with the Discipline Therapy podcast?
Judgment free, sucker free, censor free, sensitive free, and plenty of liberty. God and ancient ancestors are great. That means everything else is straight. So go grab your wine, popcorn, or my favorite always, roll a blunt. But make sure the children are in bed. Well, you don't have to make sure they're in bed for this one. This isn't really a show.
No.
But go grab your wine, weed, roll that up, inhale life and exhale strife. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, you are tuned in to the Discipline Therapy Podcast. We're
We're
here.
here. And we're here because we have a contest. We are going to give away one ticket to the winner of this contest.
Yeah, so we had a potential attendee. However, they couldn't make it, but they still wanted to support and donate. And their
It's good looking
idea,
out.
not my idea,
Mm-hmm.
wish I would have thought of it, but their
Yeah.
idea was give my ticket away, do some type of competition, contest. I was like, oh, that's a great
Yeah,
idea.
that was a fantastic
Now,
idea.
before we get into that, people that are arriving at the workshop, remember, go to Eventbrite, the Divine Disciplines Workshop. Um, they were gonna have a raffle. You're gonna conduct
Yes.
that. We're gonna have a raffle, and however you're gonna do it. I don't know how you're gonna do it, but you're gonna have a raffle, and they'll be granted or awarded a free signed copy of a book.
No, not just a book.
Okay, so
It's
a
gonna
couple.
be we're gonna have a raffle. We're gonna pick out the winner at the end of the workshop. Two winners, because we're gonna pick two of them, are
Okay,
going to get a handwritten book, not just any book, of one of the books that Mr. E.L. Discipline here wrote. Okay,
great,
so
great.
that's gonna be fantastic because I read all of them and they're good. You guys are in for a
So
treat
what?
all around that day.
Does that make you special if you read all of them?
I bought them. I should be special. I need to, this is my business partner.
Mm,
I gotta support. If we don't support each other, who's gonna support us?
yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
the gods, the
Well, we
ancestors.
are always supported by them. We're
You
very
know,
favored.
you don't have anybody else supporting you. They could always support you. They
That's
always gonna have
true.
your back. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
People gonna come and go, man. You just gotta roll with the punches.
That's very true.
You know what I'm saying? God always got your back. Ancestors always got your back. They make everything go your way. You take care of them. They take care of you.
That's
That's how
true.
it works with them. All right.
That's how it works
So,
with everybody.
no, it doesn't.
Oh, okay. All right. Dang. My bad.
Cause you thing is, like what a lot of people do. I'm fucking educating.
And this is supposed to be a quick thing here.
Yeah.
This man
What
cannot get on the mic without educating.
what
I'm
a
just letting
lot
you
of
know.
people tend to do with the mistake is, and I used to do this. You project how
How
you
you
are
are.
upon them.
Mm-hmm.
So you just assume that because you have a good heart, you wear your heart on your sleeve. Everybody
Yeah.
else's. You assume that you're honest. Other people are gonna be
Well,
honest.
no, I don't assume. I just say that that's how it should be.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
I I could have sworn I heard you say that's how it is. Okay, my fault then.
And
All
see
right.
now, listen, people, don't go rewinding this shit and then be like in the comments, he was right. All I'm saying is that people should be like that.
I'm always right, even when I'm wrong. I'm right, and I could
That
have been right,
that
but
should
maybe
have
I
been
was
true or
wrong.
false. That question right there. All right,
All
so
right,
we got
so
how many questions we got?
we're gonna have a contest, and the contest is, I don't know if people are gonna zoom in. I don't have the answers on here. I'm bugging. So the contest is gonna be answering these questions. Now you have to get all the questions right. This isn't if you get one wrong, you
Yeah,
pass at 70% or
no.
80%. No, you have to get 100%
He's a
right.
stickler for the rules, people.
Um, it's not that hard, and I'm gonna give hints, some
Mm-hmm.
hints, because it's gonna be, you know, just a lot of scrolling back. It's personal questions, but it pertains to the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So for the for people who want to participate, when they get these questions right, the ticket will be granted to you. So
Right.
whether
We're
they
gonna be hitting
contact,
you.
yeah,
We're gonna be hitting you guys up. Well, when you answer the questions, you can either send it to him through his DM. You can email them to us at info.eldiscipline.com or ssotomayor0307 at gmail.com, and give your answers there. Afterwards, we will hit you up for privacy reasons. I'm not sure if everybody wants, who wants their names read out loud or not, but
smart,
we will hit you up, and we will give you we'll tell you, we'll either hold a ticket at the door, or yeah, probably that. We'll hold a ticket for you
yeah,
with your name on it.
yeah. All right. So I mean, they don't have to give their name, maybe their email or whatever,
Yeah,
because
email,
there's gonna be a
whatever. A
registration table.
number. You want to give me a number and I'll
Yeah.
put it on the back of the ticket?
Yeah,
That's
there's
fine
gonna be
too.
a registration table. So when
Mm-hmm.
people come in, you're gonna be buzzed in, all of that nature. You'll be buzzed in, ring the bell. There's gonna be registration table.
Mm-hmm.
There's gonna be order there. It's not gonna be a debacle.
Yeah, it's not
If
a
you
free for
know
all.
anything that involves me and Suhei, especially me, I'm all about order. I don't do anything spontaneous. I don't just do random shit. I'm thinking 5 years from now.
Right.
I'm always a planner.
Yeah.
So expect punctuality, like I'm
Oh
on time.
yes.
So if I say
I'm
the
on time
time,
too.
like we're gonna probably start a minute prior.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So people that come late, that's another thing I want to mention. I've been saying this in my stories. Arrive on time, please,
Yes.
because I will not go back. I
Right.
used to remember, like in church, I used to go to late to church all the time. Like I used
Yeah.
to have to go with my parents. I wasn't driving back then. We'll get to the topic. Well, not the topic, but the questions. When I started
So cute.
driving, because I love being independent, I wasn't going to Bible study anymore. I was going late. So
Shame,
whenever
shame,
I would
shame.
walk in, as soon as that door opens, everybody looks. That's like an embarrassing thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
So like I'm
So that's what's
always,
gonna happen here. If you come in late and you open the door and it creaks open, I'm gonna turn around and give you a dirty look. Just
yeah.
kidding.
And we're gonna make sure the
I'm gonna put the
tables,
the flashlight on them.
we're
Psh.
gonna make sure the chairs are, their backs are turned.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's,
Yeah.
it's it's just embarrassing to, like, if we're doing it this way and then everybody can see the door. That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was kind of like how I had, like, one of my churches I used to go to, that was forced to go to.
Yeah. I was
Like you could
forced to
walk in,
go to,
in the congregation. It was like that. It was like a
like
horizontal.
you're
It
like you're
was like it was, I'm sorry. It was yeah, it was horizontal. And then there was another church where it was more vertical, like a
uh,
narrow, where you walk, the door was in the back.
that's
So
smart.
you see people's backs. Yeah.
Yeah, that's smart.
You hate, so that's why it was always bad going late. And then now they could also see how you were dressed. So it's like, let's
Mm.
say a woman comes in dressed provocatively, even though they say
Into
they don't
church?
judge
Mm.
and everybody's accepted,
Yeah,
you
they
still gonna
judge.
get
That's
that,
the first ones to judge.
you know. But anyways,
So we got how many questions? Five?
5.
We
All
got
right.
five fun questions for you guys.
So keep mental documentation of these questions, write notes. I'm going to go slow so you can write them down. First question: how many international guests have we had on the Discipline Therapy podcast?
That's a good
Once
one.
again, how many international guests have we had on the Discipline Therapy podcast? So that's number one. Number 2, in my BDSM lists, plural, which lists are non-negotiable?
These are
Once
good
again,
questions.
in my BDSM lists, see the accent, list, lists, which lists are non-negotiable? Number 3, how many one night stands have I had? This is a multiple choice
Well, that's kind of
question.
you, sir.
So A, 3, B, 7, C, 15,
15.
D,
He's a
0,
busy man.
or E, 1. I will reiterate. How many one night stands have I had? A, 3, B, 7. 7 is my favorite number. B, 7, C, 15, D, 0, or E, 1.
Mm.
I'm sure we all had one, you know.
Mm-hmm.
4. Which was the very first episode and topic we had a guest caller and in-studio guest on at the same time?
I know this one.
So you're out of this.
I'm already gonna be there.
Which was the very first episode and topic we had a guest caller and in-studio guest on at the same time?
That's a good one.
Last one. My first kiss. Which episode was that I mentioned it? Another multiple choice. Was it A,
Oh, lucky.
episode 28? Was it B, episode 45? Was it C, episode 5? Or was it D, episode 29? So I'll reiterate. My first kiss, which episode was it that I mentioned the first kiss? A, episode 29, 28. B, episode 45. C, episode 5. Or D, episode 29. Now, I figured I'd put the questions pertaining to the podcast, make it fair.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to. I had questions like what my shoe size was, or I think I mentioned that once, or, certain subjective things. People would never get it,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And I didn't want to give people that much work to do. They're
Right.
gonna do work for the free ticket, but
Right.
not
Not
that
that
much
much.
work.
You're
It's easy if they've been
such a kind
following the
man.
shows,
Right.
or they could, they have the YouTube or listening platforms. They could go back and do it. So I've been giving them hints, you know.
That's nice. See, I don't care what they say about you. You're okay.
Mm,
Now, are you gonna have the questions written down also in the caption part?
oh yeah, and I'll put it up in the description in YouTube. That
Okay.
way they get it. Um, they
Yeah.
can they can actually visualize it,
Mm-hmm.
and
See?
write it down. Yeah, so that's it.
So good luck to you guys. They're not that hard. You just gotta do a tiny bit of work, but you get the free ticket at the end of it. So that's nice. And a big shout out to the person who bought the ticket and then offered it up as a prize in the questions for the questions.
Yeah,
Good
and you
job.
know me, Mr. Discipline's always gonna have you do work. Whether you belong to me or not, you always gonna do work. So when you come to the workshop,
Guess what? It's
we will
called a
dis-
workshop for a reason.
we will distribute we will distribute notepads. We will distribute
Pens.
pens. We will want your undivided attention.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Turn off
telling
your
you right now
phones.
what you're gonna be in for, so you don't go there and say I didn't notice.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
But it's gonna be, very educational, very it's gonna be
how do
fun
you know it's gonna be educational?
because I know you.
Oh, okay.
No way. You see?
Cool. Just checking.
Mm. Good luck,
All right.
everybody, with these
Once again,
questions.
thank you for tuning in, and get on the questions. You could be that, if you're looking to come, to the workshop, you don't want to spend that bread, even though it's not that much. I think I'm being pretty kind with the price. Um, but everybody loves free shit. So do the work and you earn it.
Yep. And don't
You feel
forget,
special.
yep,
You know what I'm saying?
the workshop is going to be September 24th. So we're going to pick the winner, what, the week before
Mm,
or early
yeah,
that
the
week?
week
The
before.
week before.
Week
All
before is
right.
cool.
So we'll be hitting you guys up, whoever wins.
All right, great. Peace.
Peace.